subpara B and C of paragraph 221 of the judgment of this court dated 15 February 2024, the direction to the SBI to submit details of bracket 1, the electoral bonds purchased, semicolon, and bracket T2, political parties which have received contributions through electoral bonds is specifically since the date of the interim order dated 12 April 2019. In other words, all details which have been directed to be furnished in the operative directions of this court are with reference to the interim order, are on the basis, don't say on the basis of, are with effect from the date of the interim order, namely 12 April 2019. Full stop. The relief which has been sought in the MA for predating the point of disclosure would amount to a substantive modification of the judgment and hence cannot be dealt with in a miscellaneous application. Full stop. The miscellaneous application is therefore not maintainable and is accordingly dismissed.
I want one more relief to prevent another round of contempt proceedings. Would your Lordship just for a minute have my affidavit in compliance for it?
What is it that you want clarification?
Yes. Maharaj, there was, when we gave your Lordship, that's why I can see all this story has started. When we gave your Lordship the original figure of 22,217 bonds, we had, by mistake, that was from 1st of April, not on 12th of April. If your Lordship just sees para 4 and Maharaj, everything will be over because I know where this is going, where Mr. Bhushan is going. Please see para 4 of my compliance affidavit for 1 second.
Yes.
And please, I would invite your Lordship to say, your Lordships accept this. We have given the figures, Maharaj. There is no mismatch, there is nothing of the sort. If your Lordship sees the table.
I'm not going to all that. I mean,
I have to convince my Lord I have complied with the order. I'm just saying.
It's a compliance affidavit. It's a compliance affidavit of your chairman and managing director. We have accepted that.
Please say your Lordships have accepted our compliance affidavit. That will put an end to all this.
By the judgment of this court dated 15 February 2024, this court directed, into inverted commas, this court directed, into inverted commas, the disclosure of information on contributions received by political parties under the electoral bond scheme to give logical and complete effect, into inverted commas, complete, to the ruling. Full stop. Thereafter, in paragraph 219, this court issued operative directions. These directions in subparagraph B and C are in two parts. Full stop. Subpara B requires SBI to submit details of the electoral bonds purchased since the interim order dated 12 April 2019, into inverted commas, till date to the ECI, into inverted commas, complete. Such details, the court has indicated, into inverted commas, shall include the date of purchase of each electoral bond, the name of the purchaser of the bond, and the denomination of the electoral bond purchased, into inverted commas, complete. In the second part of the operative direction, in subpara C, SBI was required to submit, into inverted commas, the details of political parties which have received contributions through electoral bonds, into inverted commas, complete, since the interim order dated 12 April 2019 till date to ECI. Full stop. SBI was required to disclose details of each, underline each electoral bond encashed by political parties, and to include inclusive of the date of encashment and the denomination of the electoral bond. Full stop. The above narration and a plain reading of paragraph 219 of the judgment dated 15 February 2024 indicates that that SBI was required to submit all details, both in terms of the purchase and in terms of the receipt of contributions. Full stop. The expression, to invert commas, include in both subparagraphs B and C clearly demonstrate that the inclusive part was regarded as illustrative and not exhaustive of the nature of the disclosure which was to be made by SBI. Let's stop. In other words, we now, there's no manner of doubt that SBI is required to make a complete disclosure of all details in its possession. Let's stop. This, we clarify, will include this we clarify would comprehend the alphanumeric number of and the serial number, if any, of the bonds which were purchased and redeemed. Full stop. The application. This was on your application. I think you had moved this. No, the application was by the Oh yeah, we had. Therefore, Mr. Harish and Salve, Learned Senior Counsel, states that there is no reservation on the part of SBI in disclosing all details which are in its possession and custody. Full stop. In order to fully effectuate the order and to obviate any controversy in the future, we direct that the Chairman and Managing Director of SBI shall file an affidavit on or before 5 p.m. on Wednesday, date Daldo.
Could we have one more day,
Thursday? Yes, certainly. 5 p.m. on Thursday, indicating that SBI has disclosed all details of the electoral bonds which were in its possession and custody, and that no details have been withheld from disclosure. Full stop.
To the Election Commission,
in terms of the directions contained in paragraph 221.
Your Lordship may indicate the date when it will be uploaded by the Election Commission.
The Election Commission shall upload the details forthwith on the communication by SBI.